We're diving into a story that has ignited headlines, social media debates, and public intrigue. This is one of the most dramatic and high-stakes celebrity controversies of the moment, centering on King Harris, a figure who has been outspoken about his personal and professional life, and his legal battle that now places him in the courtroom, asserting that T.I. and Tiny allegedly interfered with his independence and even his personal love preferences. For those unfamiliar with the background, King Harris has always been known for being unapologetically candid about the challenges he faces in the music and entertainment industry, and over the past few months, fans have noticed increasing tension surrounding his personal life, including his romantic relationships and career decisions. According to sources close to the situation, King Harris felt that external pressures, particularly from high-profile figures like T.I. and Tiny, were attempting to dictate not only his professional trajectory, but also the very choices he makes in his personal life. Feeling that his autonomy was under threat, he decided that the only way to formally assert his rights and protect his independence was to take the matter to court. What's remarkable about this development is that it underscores a broader issue in the entertainment industry: the intersection of fame, influence, and personal freedom, where even successful individuals can find themselves under intense scrutiny and pressure from peers, mentors, or collaborators who hold significant sway in the industry. To understand why this situation has escalated to the courtroom, we need to examine the dynamics at play. King Harris has long been associated with prominent figures in hip-hop, and his professional and personal networks have intersected with some of the industry's biggest names. Sources indicate that over time, he experienced repeated attempts by T.I. and Tiny to influence key aspects of his life, ranging from career decisions to his romantic relationships. According to insiders, these interventions were framed as guidance or mentorship, but from King Harris' perspective, they crossed a line into control and manipulation. In particular, he reportedly feels that his romantic choices were being scrutinized, questioned, and even restricted by external parties, which he argues undermines his right to independence and the freedom to make decisions that reflect his own values and desires. This is not just about gossip or social media speculation. This is a formal legal assertion that personal autonomy was being compromised, a claim that brings into focus both the privileges and the pressures that come with navigating life in the public eye. The courtroom is set to be the stage where King Harris will deliver his statement, detailing instances that he believes demonstrate undue influence from T.I. and Tiny. Sources suggest he will provide examples where advice and guidance allegedly crossed into restriction, particularly around his personal and romantic life. The idea that someone else, regardless of their fame or industry status, could attempt to control such intimate aspects of his existence has fueled King Harris' determination to make a public and legal stand. This is more than just a feud. It's about asserting boundaries and defending the principle that no one, no matter how influential, should dictate another person's life choices. Legal experts watching the case note that proving undue influence in court can be complex, especially when it involves celebrities whose interactions are often highly publicized and subject to interpretation. Nevertheless, King Harris' willingness to present his case formally underscores the seriousness with which he views these alleged infringements on his independence. As news of King Harris' upcoming court statement spread, social media erupted with reactions. Fans quickly took sides, analyzing the story and expressing support or skepticism. Many defended King Harris, emphasizing that personal freedom is paramount and applauding his courage to speak out in a formal legal setting. Others speculated about the nature of his relationship with T.I. and Tiny, questioning whether their intentions were genuinely protective or overbearing. Hashtags related to the case began trending within hours, with reaction videos, memes, and commentary flooding platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. This story exemplifies how celebrity disputes can quickly morph into viral topics, where public opinion, social media influence, and legal proceedings intersect in ways that amplify both the stakes and the scrutiny. The fascinating aspect is that while the courtroom offers a controlled environment for presenting facts, social media operates without filters, and every post or reaction contributes to the evolving narrative surrounding the dispute. So, what are the specific allegations King Harris is reportedly making? According to sources, he claims that T.I. and Tiny attempted to dictate not only his professional decisions, but also who he could date, how he should conduct his personal life, and how he could express himself publicly. From King Harris' perspective, these interventions amounted to an overreach that infringed upon his basic right to independence. Experts note that while mentorship and guidance are common in the entertainment industry, The legal line is crossed when influence turns into coercion or when personal freedoms are restricted without consent. King Harris' allegations are particularly compelling because they suggest that even highly public figures can face situations where autonomy is compromised and taking formal legal action becomes necessary to assert control over one's own life and protect personal integrity. What makes this story especially compelling is the broader theme of power dynamics in celebrity culture. While the public often perceives fame as a form of freedom, it also brings exposure to influence from peers, collaborators, and industry heavyweights. King Harris' situation illustrates that even those who appear powerful and independent are not immune to pressures that can affect personal decisions. By taking his case to court, he is making a statement that independence and personal choice are non-negotiable, even when high-profile figures are involved. This also raises questions about mentorship versus control and how influence should be exercised responsibly in situations where personal lives intersect with professional guidance. Fans and media analysts are closely monitoring the case, speculating about the evidence King Harris might present, how T.I. and Tiny could respond, and whether this legal confrontation will escalate into further public disputes. Many are comparing this situation to previous celebrity conflicts, drawing parallels and debating the ethical boundaries of influence within the industry. Social media has amplified every aspect of the story, from leaked screenshots and alleged private messages to fan theories about motives and potential outcomes. The intense public interest demonstrates the complexity of navigating fame, influence, and personal freedom in the modern entertainment landscape. What happens in the courtroom has implications not only for the individuals involved, but also for broader conversations about autonomy, mentorship, and accountability in celebrity culture. Of course, social media is ablaze with creative responses, from memes to TikTok videos imagining courtroom dialogues to fan debates dissecting every possible angle. Some content celebrates King Harris' bravery, framing him as someone standing up for his rights against influential figures. Other posts speculate on T.I. and Tiny's perspective, questioning whether their actions were well-intentioned guidance or an overreach that crossed ethical boundaries. The combination of public fascination, digital speculation, and real-world stakes creates a layered narrative, where online discourse and legal proceedings feed into each other, amplifying both the drama and the scrutiny surrounding the case. However, T.I. allegedly warned King Harris that moving forward with his statement could result in loss of wealth, career opportunities, and industry support, essentially threatening his financial and professional stability. The combination of legal proceedings, financial pressure, and celebrity influence created a high-stakes drama that has captivated fans, social media users, and media outlets alike. The courtroom, in this context, is more than just a legal space. It has become a battleground for autonomy, influence, and accountability. King Harris reportedly prepared to give a detailed statement outlining how T.I. and Tiny allegedly interfered with his independence, describing the instances in which he felt his personal and professional choices were restricted or manipulated. The alleged threat from T.I., warning that he would lose access to wealth and opportunities if he testified, adds an additional layer of tension. Legal experts note that threats of financial retribution can be difficult to substantiate, but they carry weight in terms of public perception and in understanding the dynamics between powerful figures and emerging artists. For King Harris, proceeding with the statement despite this alleged threat demonstrates a determination to assert his rights and maintain personal integrity, even in the face of significant pressure. It also highlights the complex reality of celebrity culture, where influence and mentorship can sometimes blur the line between guidance and coercion. As news of the alleged threat spread, social media erupted with reactions. Fans immediately began taking sides, analyzing the situation, and expressing their opinions on the ethics of the alleged actions. Many supported King Harris, emphasizing the importance of personal freedom and applauding his courage to move forward with a court statement despite the pressure. Others questioned the veracity of the claims, speculating whether the story could be exaggerated, misinterpreted, or part of a broader narrative designed to generate attention. Hashtags related to the story began trending across multiple platforms, with memes, reaction videos, and discussion threads analyzing every possible angle, from the motivations of T.I. and Tiny to the implications for King Harris' career. The online conversation illustrates how quickly celebrity conflicts can become viral, blending entertainment, social commentary, and real-world legal implications into a single narrative that captures the public imagination. So, why is this alleged threat so serious? According to sources, King Harris' access to financial resources and career opportunities may be directly tied to his relationships with influential figures in the industry, including T.I. and Tiny. Being warned that testifying could jeopardize these resources adds an intense layer of pressure and creates a potential chilling effect on his willingness to speak openly. This is particularly significant in the context of celebrity influence, where wealth, mentorship, and access to networks can be used to sway behavior. If the alleged threat is accurate, it raises critical questions about ethics, power dynamics, and the responsibility of established figures to avoid leveraging their influence to manipulate others' decisions. The courtroom setting now serves as a formal arena where these allegations can be addressed, evidence can be presented, and accountability can be established, offering a structured environment to navigate a situation that outside of court is fraught with rumor, speculation, and social media amplification. What makes this story particularly compelling is the intersection of power, influence, and personal autonomy in celebrity culture. While fame can offer incredible opportunities, it can also expose individuals to pressures that are difficult to resist. For King Harris, the alleged threat from T.I. represents an attempt to control the narrative and influence his actions, leveraging wealth and authority to exert pressure. By choosing to move forward with his statement despite this alleged threat, King Harris is asserting his independence, reinforcing the principle that no one, regardless of fame or influence, should dictate another person's life choices. This dynamic also invites broader discussions about mentorship versus manipulation, highlighting how guidance, when misused, can become coercion and infringe upon personal rights. Fans and media outlets have been dissecting every detail of this developing story, speculating about what evidence King Harris might provide, how T.I. and Tiny may respond, and what the broader implications could be for celebrity influence, accountability, and ethics in the entertainment industry. Social media has played a critical role in amplifying the narrative, with users creating memes, reaction videos, and analytical content that scrutinizes both the alleged threat and the legal proceedings. The intense public fascination demonstrates how celebrity disputes are no longer confined to private conversations. They unfold in real time online, shaping public perception and influencing how the story is interpreted by millions of viewers. Every post, comment, and shared video contributes to the narrative, adding layers of drama and speculation that extend far beyond the courtroom walls. Of course, social media users have not held back in reacting to the news. Memes imagining confrontations between King Harris and T.I., commentary on alleged motivations, and speculative videos about potential courtroom exchanges have flooded platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Some fans praise King Harris for standing up to an alleged attempt at intimidation, framing him as a figure of courage and integrity. Others debate the ethical implications of wealth and influence in shaping decisions, questioning whether T.I. overstepped a moral line. The combination of public fascination and high-stakes legal proceedings has created a layered story, where online discussions, celebrity influence, and courtroom testimony interact in ways that capture the attention of fans and media alike. So, what are the key takeaways here? First, personal autonomy is a fundamental right, even for public figures. King Harris' decision to formally assert his independence through the legal system highlights the importance of boundaries and self-determination. Second, influence and mentorship must be exercised responsibly. Even well-intentioned guidance can become problematic if it infringes upon another person's choices. Finally, the intersection of social media and legal proceedings creates a unique challenge, where public perception can amplify conflicts and create pressure that extends beyond the courtroom. King Harris' case is a compelling example of how fame, influence, and personal freedom intersect in ways that are complex, high-stakes, and deeply human. As the court proceedings unfold, fans will be watching closely to see how King Harris' allegations are addressed, how T.I. and Tiny respond, and what the ultimate outcome will be. This story highlights the delicate balance between celebrity influence, personal freedom, and accountability, reminding us that behind every viral controversy are real people navigating complex relationships, power dynamics, and the pressures of public life. The courtroom now becomes the stage where private grievances meet public scrutiny and where the principles of autonomy, respect, and fairness are tested under the spotlight. So, fam, what do you think about this situation? Does King Harris have a strong case regarding T.I. and Tiny allegedly interfering with his independence and love life? Should public figures intervene in the personal decisions of others, or is that crossing a line? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're following this story, and subscribe for more updates on celebrity drama, legal battles, and the controversies that have everyone talking. Until next time, stay informed, stay critical, and keep sipping that tea, because in the world of fame, influence, and social media, personal freedom is always worth defending.